Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2019 Pinnacle Business Awards Gala, presented by Regions Bank. Please welcome to the stage your host for the evening. She's our go-to for Knoxville news, and he's the owner of Dynamite Events. Please welcome Robin Wilhoit and Dino Cartwright.
Good evening, Knoxville. We are so excited to be here. I know I'm speaking for Dino here, but we are thrilled for you to be here to celebrate some of the best businesses in Knoxville. And not only are we celebrating great businesses, we are celebrating the Knoxville Chamber and its 150th anniversary.
And during those 150 years, the Chamber has been busy. The organization took an active role in the creation of the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, lobbied for an airmail stop at Island Home Airport, assisted in efforts to host the 1982 World's Fair, created Innovation Valley, the region's economic development initiative.
And they did all that while still supporting existing businesses and recruiting new ones, all of which has shaped the development of this dynamic city over the last 150 years.
So true, Robin. And for the past 15 years, the region's elite businesses and business people have been applauded at this very event. The Pinnacle Business Awards Gala. You're here.
All right. We love the excitement of this evening. It's always a fun night, but to make it that much more fun, we've got this crew behind us. This is the Moonshine Rhythm Club. They are going to be entertaining us throughout the evening, so lots to look forward to.
You have to admit, there are some serious bragging rights that come along with being a Pinnacle Award finalist and winner. I see we have a lot of past winners in the audience tonight, like 2015 Small Business Award winner, All Occasions Catering. Prestige Cleaners, the mid-sized business winner in 2009, and Impact winner in 2015, and the Trust Company of Tennessee, the woman-owned winner in 2012. You know, there are some nervous folks out there tonight. Your past winners know the feeling.
Absolutely. Someone else who is probably feeling the nerves right now, Yassine Thiraud. Yassine, where are you?
Over there.
All right, there he is. Yassine is a nominee for the Minority Owned Business Award.
Reader's Digest and Robin Roberts from Good Morning America applauded Yassine's Falafel House as the nicest place in America. Honestly, nice or not, just keep cranking out those amazing falafels. And congratulations, Yassine.
Yes, they are awesome. And we have some very strong contenders in the women-owned category with Performance Training, ABA Interventions, and Harmony Family Center.
All right, wait, Robin.
Okay.
Am I reading this right? The script says I'm supposed to mention M&M Productions USA
yes, you're
as a
right.
finalist for the Impact Award. Otherwise, the mic may shut off. All right, I'm good, Mr. Mike Brown. Staging and Lights looks amazing. You do so much for our community and outside our community. Thank you.
All right, let's talk about our young entrepreneur finalists. They are with us tonight. Andrew, Elizabeth, Kent, where are you guys? They are the future of our business culture here in Knoxville.
Congratulations.
And don't forget our most prestigious award, the 2019 James A. Haslam Chairman's Leadership Award. We will also be spotlighting past award winners for this award, and a few of you are here tonight to help us celebrate. So we are so thankful that you're joining us here.
A lot of businesses excellence in this room, but we will have to see who's the Chamber's Board of Directors have selected to take home the trophy.
And speaking of the board, it is our pleasure now to introduce to you this year's Knoxville Chamber Board of Directors. But before we do, to help us celebrate 150 years, do we have any former Chamber Board chairs with us tonight? If you are here, stand up so we can recognize you. Thank you for what you have done and continue to do to support the business culture in Knoxville.
Yeah, I see Pam Fansler, Patrick Birmingham, Robin Askew, Raja Jabran, Bruce Hartman are here with us tonight, just to name a few. So thank you for your service to the organization and continued support. And now, for all of those currently serving on board of directors, please stand and be recognized.
so much for helping execute the Chamber's mission of driving regional economic prosperity. You do it each and every day. In just a few minutes, we are going to be hearing from Terry Turner, the man who led these dedicated men and women this year. But first, we want to recognize Rob Stivers, Market Executive for tonight's presenting sponsor, Region Bank.
Good evening. Thank you, Robin and Dino, and thanks to everyone in attendance tonight for your support of our regional business community. Good evening. My name is Rob Stivers, and as Robin mentioned, I am the Market Executive for Regions, and on behalf of the 300 associates, I want to thank the Chamber and the regional business community for allowing us to be the presenting sponsor for this wonderful event tonight. I'd like to offer congratulations to all the past nominees and winners and the current nominees for their continued success in their respective fields. I'm always amazed when I come to these things at the impact that's being made around our community by these great businesses and all the great things that they do. And not just locally, but around the country and around the globe. This community has an impact that is far-reaching and is very significant. And, you know, for Regions, we've been here for over 100 years, and we're proud of that fact. This is a community that means a lot to us. We have 33 branches, 3 of which that are new. We have Hardin Valley that we just opened, North Shore, and Harriman Midtown. And when we look at our future, this market is a big part of that. We have over $4 billion in both loans and deposits, and our associates in the bank have given more than $4 million over the last 10 years. And as we look into the future, we will continue our philanthropic focus. And our focus has been narrowed, and what we're going to be focusing on is financial wellness, economic and community development, and education, with a focus on workforce development. We're excited about the future of Knoxville. We look forward to being a part of the growth of the community. But before we hear more about the tonight's finalists and how they're shaping our future, let's take a step back and learn how the Chamber has helped Knoxville develop who we are today.
From these words in its first marketing piece promoting our region, until today, the Knoxville Chamber has spent 150 years devoted to driving growth in our thriving city. Here are some of their most notable contributions. The organization backed the movement to create the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, beginning to promote Knoxville as the gateway to the Smokies, and funding a trip for the Tennessee legislature to visit the proposed site. This chamber-funded trip is credited with influencing the vote to purchase the first large tract of land needed to create the park that millions of visitors still enjoy today. Chamber offices have been located downtown since 1887. The organization has taken a vested interest in the revitalization of downtown, particularly in the 1960s with the renovations to Market Square, Gay Street, and construction of the Civic Auditorium. These improvements contributed to Knoxville's designation as an All-America City in 1963 and paved the way for the 1982 World's Fair. Through the years, the Chamber has partnered with civic and business leaders to establish relevant, progressive community programs and events that either help drive the regional economy or support existing industry. The Chamber's support helped establish lasting access to programs and resources that engage the current and future leaders of our regional business community. Throughout the Chamber's history of evolving community responsibilities, one thing has remained the same: its purpose. In 1869, doing good for the city. In 1906, help everything that helps Knoxville. In 1928, benefiting the upbuilding of Knoxville. In the 1960s, we must be better. And today, driving regional economic prosperity.
Good evening. My name is Terry Turner, and I'm the chairman of the board of the Knoxville Chamber, and thank you for being here tonight. It's wonderful to see everyone here tonight. Such a special night that we're here to recognize the achievements and the impact of the regional business community. But this year's celebration is extra special, as the Chamber is celebrating 150 years. In October of 1869, the Knoxville Industrial Association was established. Its founding commemorated with a speech delivered by a respected member of the business community. In that regard, I guess not much has changed in the last 150 years. In other ways, our economy in our region has changed significantly, and as you saw in the video, those changes are, at least in some small way, thanks to the efforts of the Knoxville Chamber. Throughout these 150 years, the Chamber has assisted in founding the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and advocated for the revitalization of downtown Knoxville. In fact, while researching the Chamber's community involvement, we uncovered a letter written in the early 1960s by Mr. Jim Haslam, founder of Pilot Flying J, and at the time, chairman of the Chamber's board of directors. On behalf of the Chamber and for the good of the community, he was urging the city of Knoxville to allow a downtown Christmas parade, a holiday tradition I'm sure many of you enjoy with your families today. The Chamber has also been an integral part in the founding of well-known community organizations like Leadership Knoxville, the Knoxville Entrepreneur Center, and Junior Achievement of East Tennessee. Each of these now making their own lasting contributions to the good of this wonderful community. But all of the organization's success isn't in the past. We've achieved a few milestones just this year. The Chamber's economic development efforts generated more than 1,600 new jobs, including 66 high-wage jobs for Allegiant Airlines, who opened a new hub at McGee-Tyson Airport and has announced plans to increase the number of nonstop low-fare destinations. That's worth an applause. We also broke ground on Midway Business Park, a 354-acre park in East Knox County. The infrastructure paves the way for future economic development announcements that are projected to create approximately 2,000 new jobs for our region. Finally, just this week, Kelvion, a German-based global manufacturer of heat transfer equipment, opened their refurbished manufacturing facility in the Forks of the River Industrial Park. The project will initially create over 50 new jobs for our region. That also is worth an applause. In case you weren't aware, our region is growing. And equally as important to continuing that growth is supporting the region's entrepreneurial and maker communities. The Chamber is currently investing in the success of more than 150 small businesses and startups through the Propel Mentor Protege program, and the staff is working with area employers to find solutions to their ongoing workforce needs. This year, through their employer-informed development programs, the Chamber has connected 185 educators with area businesses to help bridge the gap between classroom training and workforce needs. I applaud the staff and the board of directors at the Knoxville Chamber for their hard work, dedication, and persistence to driving regional economic prosperity. And while the entire staff works tirelessly in service to our business community, I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the man who has led these efforts for the past 17 years, Mr. Mike Edwards. Now on my script it says insert funny Mike story. So I'm having a hard time finding one that I can tell in this environment. The funniest one happened yesterday after the board meeting, which we won't talk about. So what I've decided to do is to thank you. Thank you from the Board of Directors. Thank you for your service. Thank you from the Knoxville business community. We're fortunate to live and work and play in Knoxville. And for the last 17 years, Mike, you've had a big hand in that, and for that, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. However, I do have a special regret that was sent in for someone who couldn't attend tonight, who is a special close friend. So I will read this, and then you can tell me who it is. After much thought, I've thought about how long I've known Mike, what our friendship has meant to me, and the things he has done for me over the years. I thought about the Chamber and all the benefits and recognition it has provided to me over the years. I thought about the dinner and the spectacle of rented tuxedos and Estee Lauder. I thought about looking out on the sea of expectant faces, me wondering why more of them aren't drunk, and each of them looking back, wondering how long is the fat guy going to talk. And then I thought, what the hell am I thinking? I don't even like this guy. I hate this kind of event. He's dragging me into one more thing I don't want to do that will end up with me looking bad and him looking good. He will make a few insipid comments about education, and everyone will think he's brilliant. I'll make a few pithy remarks, and the twits and the tweets will call for me to be horsewhipped. So now I must send my regrets, with, I might add, the same level of regret that I feel when I decline going to a couple's baby shower. Sincerely, Tom McAdams. But it all hasn't been fun and games during Mike's leadership. The organization was nationally recognized as Chamber of the Year, received 5-star accreditation from the Association of Chamber of Commerce Executives, placing them in the top 3% of the more than 7,000 chambers across the United States. The Chamber also saw a 31% increase in overall membership. So now to offer a little more perspective on your impact to this community, I'd like to welcome a special guest to the stage, Knoxville's favorite governor, Mr. Bill Haslam.
Thank you and good evening. Terry and I were talking about back there about how many stories we could tell about Mike and how 0 of them were appropriate for the evening. You know, for me, this is a bittersweet moment to be here celebrating Mike. It is sweet because I get to recognize and welcome him into the crowd of people who used to have a public job and are now unemployed. And pretty soon, something will happen to you that happened to me 2 days ago. I was walking down Market Square. Somebody grabbed me and said, "You look really familiar. Did we go to high school together?" Or as one of my grandchildren told somebody that goes to their preschool class, "My papa used to be somebody, but I can't remember what." So welcome to my world. But it's better also because we're losing one of our region's best leaders. And I say that intentionally about region. Mike was really one of the people that took the lead in saying, we don't need to fight with each other around here. We're kind of one whole unit. And he led the regional approach. It'll be bitter because Mike is somebody that at its core believes in the free enterprise system, that has lifted more people out of poverty than anything else, and that jobs get created when people put capital at risk, like those of you in this room have done repeatedly. And Mike knew that and believed it and worked hard to see that happen. And then he probably led the charge from understanding the tie between economic development and education. And I don't know that there's been a more fervent advocate for public education for the last 15 to 20 years than Mike. For 15 of the 17 years, is that right, Mike? 15 of those years, I was either the mayor or governor and working hand in hand with Mike on so many things. And he passionately believes in this idea of giving everybody a chance for great public education. And because of that, not just our region, but our state is better. Mike has served on the State Board of Education and made an incredible difference. But finally, we will miss him because the best mark of a leader is someone that loves the region and the people that they get to work for. And Mike loves this place. Mike, thank you. We love you back. We will miss you. I look forward to having you on long, leisurely strolls while we figure out how to solve the world's problems. But mainly, we appreciate you and we love you. And we're asking you not to go away. We still need you around here. We need your engagement, and we're grateful for all the years that you've served us so well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill, and thank you, Mike, for your vision and your collaboration. Your community partnership has truly impacted everyone in this room for the better. Please stand up now so that we can thank you for all your contributions to the Knoxville business community.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Terry. Thank you for your leadership and your commitment to our community. Certainly, Mike, you're going to be missed a lot. But like the governor said, you're not going anywhere.
No, you're not, sir. Also, who's got an auction item out there that you might want? Don't forget that auction item out there. Keep your eye on that for your chance to win.
And you still have time because the silent auction ends at 8:30, so keep an eye on your watch. Have a little fun bidding against your neighbor because it's obviously going to have an impact. As Terry was mentioning these initiatives, it goes back to empowering our community. Now, sit back, enjoy a wonderful meal, great company, and the tunes of the Moonshine Rhythm Club.